Hello, I'm Patricia McNeely from Twin Flames Merge and Twin Flame Body. There's a reason you need to watch this video because we're getting into some things going on over here the next few months that are going to be critically important. They have a lot to do with your health, your physical health, and your emotional well-being, and the balance of your family and relationships. So while a lot of us do think that this is, one isolated thing or just a set of ascension symptoms or, like just another stage, there's something very new happening here. And you are the key person. If you're watching this, you are the key person in your family and in your environment. Yes. So I've talked about that before, where I call people the hub of, their environment, their family. They can be the hub. They're the ones getting awakened. They're the ones getting activated. And there's something that is an incumbent on us to do when you are that person. It means that you can't criticize other people around you or wonder when those dunderheads are going to wake up. Okay, it is a body process now. And the process within your body has a lot to do with, how healthy you are to begin with. Age is a factor, but it doesn't make things impossible. And your emotional well-being and sense of balance. Now, this is where it is very hard to balance on some days, and it's very hard to toss away the past, and it's hard to do it by yourself. Many people wish they had their person by their side to help them through it. And many times you're still in some form of separation. And there is a very solid reason for it, because you cannot finish some of your merging unless you get rid of certain things from the past. Now, I'm going to talk to you in this video about broken heart syndrome. And there are a lot of things that are attributed to why do people have broken heart syndrome. But I'm going to talk to you about it from the aspect of being a twin flame. So if you've gone into denial about being a twin flame, if you're having doubts, hearken and pay attention here and listen, because there are reasons for it. The very first being cosmic level lives. So in these energies where we are right now, you are firmly addressing some of the things that have happened in the cosmos, major tragic events, major things that some people know about. In fact, some of the people over in the department of YouTube that watch about ancient history and ancient astronauts and conspiracy theories and, if the astronauts are ever going to come back and that kind of stuff. No, you're here. We're here. The only way in here is to get live birthed into a person. No matter what you may see through your third eye, that is the reality, is that things that you may be able to perceive and other people cannot perceive of what is out there in the cosmos and what has happened in the cosmos. So the first piece is that we are getting rid of the things that have happened that hurt you, that decimate you, that have absolutely really damaged your connections or forced the separation somehow. And that has happened again and again until, in a way, you can't remember it. And in a way, your twin flame doesn't know what hit them because they will have some form of amnesia. Now, that's sort of common knowledge sometimes. Like, well, they have amnesia. But guess what? It's now on your shoulders to wake them up from the inside, because you can pray and pray and pray and pray and pray. And it's not that your prayers are falling on deaf ears. The prayers have been answered because you're both here with a grand opportunity to ditch the past and be new. But that's easier said than done. You are the one that has the connections to the heart. That's number one. The other piece of why do people feel broken heart syndrome, it has a lot to do with childbirth reasons. Where you were born, circumstances of your birth, your origins, your ancestry, what were you subjected to in the environment you were born into, and all of these point to how is the health of your heart. And yes, this is the physical health of your heart. And so there are people that don't lift a finger. They don't exercise. They don't eat right. They just think that that magic person is going to come into their life and just boom, bang. That's not what the universe wants you to do. That is not even who you truly are. You have it accessible to you now to start integrating. Many people think they're integrating when they just use their third eye, and they're not. They're actually not really doing much of anything anymore, because you're leaving that space of the old astral plane where some of that stuff has been able to take place or gave you answers. So if you are feeling stuck, and mostly if you're feeling a lot of things around your heart, you can't breathe, you're having heart stress, you're having heart palpitations, you're having things jiggling in your heart, you're feeling oddly depressed, you feel oddly angry or somehow disenfranchised, and you're kind of ticked off about it, or really ticked off about it. You'd like to smack someone, but you just don't really feel that that would be the Zen thing to do. But you're feeling it. What do the heart palpitations actually mean? Well, I know what they mean, and for the majority of people, it's going to mean that your emotional cords are being detached. That doesn't mean you don't feel emotions anymore. It means that whatever you need to feel has to come fully forward. The equinox is a time for you to actively clear and get your activations. If you don't continue clearing, and there are ways to clear the upper body, which are vitally important, and it's vitally important that you learn to breathe properly and to put yourself into a lucid level with the etheric twin flame. Not just your twin flame, not picking up the phone. And if you are, getting signals that somehow you have to reach out, that's not across, that is up. You have to be able to do that. I have several meditations, special high level twin flame union meditations on my website and in the links below to help you with that. You, and only you, guide your twin flame from within using the etheric body connections. So you have to connect with the etheric twin, not the human being, not who you might think it is, not whom you've been told it is or been convinced it is, with the etheric angelic level of your twin flame. And even if you say things like, well, I have, we don't have contact in 3D, but we have contact in 5D. Do you? Do you really? Or is that really 4D? Okay, there's ways to tell, and it is vastly different. It's also a lot of fun when you connect with the 5D twin. But a lot of people actually are at the point where this is a fresh learning process. Some of you may have been doing this for a while, and you're saying, hey, what gives? What gives is that there are new parts of you to integrate that have only been accessible towards the end of 2019. So starting from August, end of August into September, that equinox until now, so about a 6-month period, this is just starting the buildup of what you're capable of doing, of really doing. I know this because I've been through it. I've been through all kinds of what I would call illnesses, except I wasn't mortally ill. It felt like I was. In fact, I went and looked up something when I was having spleen issues. Why? Because your spleen is vitally important. It's a part of the heart complex. So I'm having this, and do you know what I tripped on? I was having the same symptoms as someone in hospice in the last death throes of cancer. Now, I know for sure I don't have cancer. I've had my scans, I've had my mammograms, and some people don't get this stuff checked out. I do. I highly recommend it. I highly recommend that you rule out everything and that you're throwing everything at including the kitchen sink. I'm going to tell you one more thing. I've had to do this as though my life depended on it, because it does. I'm not coming here for another go around, and neither should you. And if you feel that you're getting pushed, there it is. You are not coming back here for another karmic life. You're being pushed and prodded and poked and propelled where you need to be. What else are you getting rid of? You're getting rid of grief. Grief that has happened at the cosmic level that would curl your hair if I were to tell you. And many times you're not going to see it. Many times male twins will see some of it, which is why they, they have some of those connections and these are remembrances. And then they go around and say, this is this and this is that. And, you get things that are like Dante's Inferno. You get someone's perception of what their personal hell is like. Is that applicable to everyone? If you buy into it, I guess so. Or do you want me to help you get above that level and transcend it? When we are talking about transcendence in your light body, your brand new twin flame body, that is getting above the chaos. Now, look, we have a major illness going on worldwide. And I could talk about this because, people have actually asked me, what's the spiritual significance of it? And I think at the very, very simplest explanation is, number one, hygiene, clean water, clean facilities, clean food, and enough food for everyone. Now, some people have been fighting for this. Let's get, the resources into the hands of the people that need it, and let's stop funneling resources into ridiculous things. So there's a balance here. Why are we so sad when some people are dying, and yet, on the other hand, we're developing things to go out and kill people? I mean, does anyone but me just see, how absurd this is? You know what I call this place? I call it the theater of the absurd, because the more transcended you get, the more you've ascended and transcended things, you look at things like you're just visiting some other planet, because you are. Many of you are visiting this planet, but bad news for you if you think it's bad news to be stuck here. You're not stuck. So stop thinking of it as bad news. Oh, I hate this earth. All right, don't give out that vibe, because there's plenty of beauty here. And it's up to you to find it. I show the beauty. I encourage people, go out and find the beauty in your area and really nurture it. Nurture and nature helps you. But you can't just leave it there, because you are a cosmic being. Okay? Do you know how many people have been decimated by the forces out in the cosmos? Brought to their knees by a small microcosmic bug or germ or virus. And yeah, that's what happens. Even the most mighty can be taken down unless they're paying attention to the right things. And the heart. So the heart of the matter is the heart. The heart, the broken heart syndrome. All the times that you have lost, all the times you were expected to roll over and play dead, all the times you were expected to suck it up, all the times you were expected to just deal with the injustices, all the times that you got screwed or screwed over and screwed on top of that, and just suck it up and keep liking it and be zen about it. And your body is saying, no, enough. My heart's been broken too many times, but I don't know what to do. So I have some things here. I have something I prepared here to show you, okay? And I'm going to go over this because I know some people you respond to some visuals like this. So I made photocopies of cards, okay? I don't often pull out cards yet. But this one, the Judgment Card, okay? I've got it in the upright position. Oh, geez. Let me get it here so you can see it up close. Because the visual is saying a few things. And that's the nice thing people like about cards. It's the picture that speaks 1,000 words. So there you have an angel blowing a horn, people rising up out of what looks to be graves or coffins or something like that. So what is the meaning? Because this can be kind of creepy for some people, but I want to take the fear out of it for you. It's called a judgment card, but it has to do with a further wake up and transforming yourself. Instead of a judgment day, this is an awakening. Awakening out of some stagnation time or pause. You know, is your life fallen into some kind of stagnation? Have you had to take a pause because you just don't know what's going on? There's another aspect of this that I will call it waking up the dead. Okay, this has to do with parts of you. And some of you feel this about your heart, like until your twin came or you felt the twin flame energy, because for a lot of you, you're feeling the etheric twin. And when you felt that, it waked up the dead parts of you. It awakened you. It snapped you out of those comas or out of the anesthesia or whatever it is from the cosmic lives or your childhood. Both. Usually it's not just both, it's a bucket. Okay? Waking up the dead shriveled parts of you, especially for females. Are you a mom? Have you given birth? Have you given birth more than once? What happens to your nerves? Have you nursed? What happens to your nipples? Right? So how are you going to have dead and shriveled up parts of you? You know, there's some things that people say, you know, like, oh, I want youth and I want beauty because I don't feel, you know, somehow washed up or something. Au contraire, I am here to tell you that when you engage your twin flame body the way I'm teaching you and the way I'm helping you with it, you start to become youthful, lively, spirited. With my spirit body session, that's exactly what it's for. Has life gotten you dispirited? Okay. What are the shriveled up parts of you? And I can tell you it's not your private part, because that part can be very much alive and well, but it's only going to synchronize with the heart. This is an energy that we're in right now to force change and transformation. Okay. That's going to bring me to my next card. Okay, I put this in the reverse position. Usually when things are upside down, what that means is somehow your life turned upside down, or there's something trying to right size itself, trying to, you know, correct. And this is what I'm going to call the fault in your stars. Okay, whoops, let me get that a little closer. The fault in your stars. This is your star origins. This is what the card looks like. That's it, right side up. It's just a star. It's someone pouring their water. It's all symbolic, okay? The water is symbolic of emotion. It always is. Water and movement, moving water or fresh water. Star origins. This is an energetic release. You are purging love. You're purging connections to people that they don't even belong in your energy anymore. And this might be a lot of people that don't belong in your energy. But the weird perception is they fall away. They're leaving. You're actually the one leaving. But as you leave, there's something you have to get rid of. And this is always the kicker for people. Are you hanging on with a death grip to something? Whoops, right here. Is there tension? Are you hanging on with a death grip? Do you want to confront someone? Are all your bright hopes dashed to pieces? Are you feeling depression and grief? Okay. Has your love story turned sour? Are you really feeling this broken heart syndrome? Are you feeling like somehow you're a star-crossed lover, and even though people talk about the stars aligning and things are going to be in union, you're like going, why am I feeling this way? I know why. And I'm here to help you with it, because I'm not here to just, you know, pull a card and say, well, the masculine this, the masculine that, the masculine, masculine, masculine. If you're a female, you have a part in this. If you are a male, you have a part in this. It's a two-way street. It's not a one-way street where it's implied that the feminine is yet again just a sacrificing martyr on the altar of love. Hell no. That's not who you are. You need to be the queen of your union, that when you walk in the room, you uplift everything and everyone in it. You have to be the one that when you come in, you're shining and beaming and people are feeling it vibing off of you and they can't touch you. They just want to bask in your glow. Do you feel that? Well, couples who are together do notice that. In fact, I know one couple, they're originally from Moldova. They grew up in the Soviet Union and they miss it sometimes. But one thing they noticed that when they go to stores, people congregate towards them. It's magnetism. The magnetism of the heart is very strong, but unless you have the broken heart syndrome, for various reasons and multiple reasons, you can't get that going. You need to get it up and running. That is the law of attraction. That is putting yourself at the vibration that you need to be at and not at these other vibes. Not the vibe of grief, not being a grieving widow, not being depressed, not being angry, or being angry at men, or being angry at women. Because sometimes people get angry at other women, even if they're a woman. They say, why does she have something I don't? Why am I feeling envy? Like, I know it's not really me, but my God, I'm feeling this. It's a real feeling. You can't talk yourself out of it. I'm here to help you get it moving. You wouldn't believe what I've heard, and I ain't telling, but what I can tell you is whatever you have to say, it goes no further. I've heard the most beautiful love stories, and I've heard tragedies. I've had sessions with people where they tell me, things that like bring me to tears. And I don't like people to be in pain or crying. That is the number one thing between me and my twin early on, was the biggest thing that we felt, that we vibed to each other. That was, one of our driving things. Who's going to fix all the broken people? But I won't want to think of people as being broken. I like to think of people as coming here to Earth Hospital to get well, to be able to finally heal and get the brand new twin flame body that holds them together and gives them brand new adventures and deep romance with each other. In fact, I tell that to people. Get ready, okay? People think of the last 10 years as like getting ready. No, the last 10 years was your final hurrah in the karmic playground. So, what are we doing here? Tension. That tension exists around your heart, and that's all you're going to feel. You're not going to feel your twin flame unless you get that moving. I specialize in that. I am a specialist. I am a 12th dimensional healer because I am a Blu-ray, and I have made my way all the way back to make my footholds and bring it here. And not only that, I make it look so simple because you wouldn't guess at all the things that I've had to do behind the scenes. I've shared some of it in my videos, but you really wouldn't guess at all the near-death things and the death experiences that I have had, because part of it involves people that I'm not going to bust them out publicly. And part of it just has been my process. I naively assumed everyone had that because I had it early on. But I'm here now with the proper connections, with the proper guidance and clearing so that I can help people and, get them back on track. I'm here to help you get back on track so you can feel again and you don't feel this broken heart syndrome. What is the last card I have here? This one is called the Ten of Cups. Let me just get it here. The Ten of Cups. Okay, this is what it looks like. It's just a nice couple with happy children and their rainbow of all the cups. What are all the cups? The cups are all the parts of their lives. They've put the parts of they have to access it up in the sky, but they're like, yay! What does this mean? It's a new level of living. It's a new level of living, lifestyle, and health. The Ten of Cups means lasting health and happiness. Lasting health and happiness. And this is something that people don't understand what that means from the cosmic level. Okay, this is hope for your future and for your kids. Okay, so this means when you can get this stuff out, you can start moving into this new level. All right. There's another thing to know about this, which is another aspect of it. Happy memories. That's one of the things on this journey that people get upset about. They get upset with, I have to let go of this. I had to let go of these people. I had to let go of these friendships. I have nobody. There's nobody around. I'm in complete isolation. I'm totally the hermit. I have had all my aha tower moments till, I'm up to here with it. What's up? And what we are doing at the cosmic level is I help you to reconnect with the higher parts, the brand new parts, in fact, so that everything that is lovely for you, that you've enjoyed, the places, the connections, you get connected to it. You do not have to let it be a bad memory, because the bad memories are what I help to get out. And believe me, I see stuff. I see stuff from people's past lives that would curl your hair. And there's no point in having everyone's, going back into a state of terror. The main thing is get it gone. Get it gone and get connected to the good stuff. So I have several things to help you with that, including heart stress, high blood pressure, palpitations, jiggling heart, tired heart. I myself have been through it. You have to pay attention to heart health. I am an intuitive. I help you with more than just energy, with practical, down to earth, real life stuff to do. I get you moving on things. I give you a plan. And yes, it has to include more than one session. That's one of the things that I noticed, is that people think that this is one off. This is so new that if you're addicted to psychic readings, you're going to find that it trails off in favor of working with your light body. The brand new twin flame body is so new, it's really going to start showing up. It already does. All the ascension symptoms, things that you see celebrities or famous people talk about. Jennifer Aniston has dry eye. I know what that is. I had it too. I perfected it. I know exactly what to do about it to get it proper. And there's a reason it happens, and there's a reason it starts to normalize. Maybe she knows, maybe she doesn't. So 2 sessions, the spirit subtle body, which is intended to help you get open, help you with addictions, help you with anxiety, nervousness, the ego breakdown. That is what I am helping people with. Or the psyche subtle body, sorry, little slip there. Psyche subtle body to help with deep grief, pain, tragedy, and abuse. One day we had someone who was actually had passed over. It was expected because they were elderly. And when people are elderly and sick, you kind of know that day is going to come, and you're relieved that they're not suffering anymore. When things are sudden, or sudden onset of something, this is when it really feels painful the most. We're tired of people. I personally am tired of having people commit suicide. In fact, I'm writing about that. I am personally tired of knowing people that are in some state of grief, because I can feel it. There's people that function, and they are functioning, but they're not understanding the deep stuff that they could actually release, and they should release, and that will well up in them in order to be released. So be proactive. Reach out to me. If you have questions, go to my email me at twinflamesmerge @gmail.com. Okay. twinflamesmerge@gmail.com. Go to my website. I have recently revamped it. See my great stuff. I have great twin flame, high level, lucid meditations for you to do. They are twin flame union meditations. They have an energetic and an activation for you to merge yourselves. I have my sessions. I have webinars. I have another live webinar coming up this on the weekend. I do them almost every weekend. So check the links below. Check my website. I have 2 websites, Twin Flame Body. I have many information about the body itself and supplements and essential oils to help you. So thanks so much for watching. I know this was a long video, and straight up, I'm going to be bringing out some more information. So stay tuned, or better yet, get back on the wagon and get back on track. Don't worry about your emotional state. I'm well versed in this. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.